So a while back, I woke up at about 3:30 in the morning, um, and I couldn't get back to sleep. I was thinking about a little situation I had going on in my workshop. I had all my garden tools are just kind of thrown in a corner, and it's kind of a mess. It's disorganized, and it's taking up a lot of space in that corner that is just more valuable used as something else. So like any sane, normal person, I let these intrusive thoughts just keep me up until I finally got up for real. I went online. I wanted to build a small garden shed just to house all of these tools, these garden tools. So I hit the old Google and I started looking for some free online shed plans. And I came across a site that I would just kind of like to turn everybody on to because I think it's awesome and I will be using it in the future. It's called myoutdoorplans.com. Um, these folks have no idea who I am. I'm not getting paid for this. I have a little rinky dink YouTube channel with 600 subscribers. So I just kind of want to pass this info on along to anybody that might be in my situation. I understand that some really skilled craftsmen out there might be like, dude, building a shed, like, what are you talking about? I can just go on a matchbook and sketch that out in 5 minutes and then have it built in, by the end of the day. I'm not like that. And I think there's a lot of other people uh, like myself would really benefit from this site. You can go to the online version and just look at it right there online. It's available for free. You can scroll through, you could probably even send it to your printer. Um, but what I found with that is it's very disorganized. The pages get cut off and it's kind of hard to navigate. And I'm just kind of picturing it in the shop. And I like things, detailed, organized. I just want to have it page by page. So you could actually download the PDF for $5 and print it out. And that's the route I went. To me, if I'm building a 3x6 garden shed, that's going to be upwards of $1,000. $5 to pay for, you know, a PDF instructional that I can bring out to the shop with me is worth it. I mean, you can get it all dirty. You can write your notes on there. It's it's fine. I would highly recommend going that route. Pay these folks the $5. It's for your own good, in my opinion. What I really really like about this website is it breaks it down right from the beginning. Page one, it has a shopping list. You can just take that printout of that shopping list and go to the store, whatever box store you choose to go to, lumber yard, building supply, and just go right down the list and check, got that, got that, got that. You have all the materials from the lumber to the screws to the nails to the trim. Then the next page is a cut list. Um, I really, I love cut lists. To me, that's like half the battle is figuring out the measurements of everything. And again, I'm not a skilled laborer. I can't design this and think it through in my head. Not at this point yet, anyway. Maybe someday. Um, so you go to the store in the morning. That's what I did. I got all my materials, had it in my trailer. I backed it up to my building. I set up my sawhorses, and by late afternoon, I had all of my parts cut out and laid out on a tarp outside. It was as if I had ordered a kit online and had it delivered to my house. Except those kits tend to have just black and white images with, little sketches that I find difficult to read. Um, these this site has really nice color photos and they're really detailed. They're not to scale or anything, of course, but it has all the lines, the cut lines, how big everything needs to be, and then it has a little caption to describe things. That's right up my alley. I love the more pictures and the less words, the better for me. My stupid little head just doesn't process too many words, and I was able to, follow this thing right through. And I mean, it's not done yet. It's about 85, 90% done. I had other things that I had to prioritize, and I got to a stopping point. So I kind of put that on the back burner for a little while. I didn't document or video from start to finish or to where I stopped at to my stopping point because I didn't think to even that I was going to make a video out of this because I didn't realize how valuable it was until I got into the project. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll start taking some videos. So this video, and I'm going to document, from here on about, pictures and some videos of, what I did and how everything kind of, played out. If you don't want to sit through that, that's fine. I'm going to put it there and, you at least have everything up until now to provide you the resource, and you can go check out that page, and hopefully that will be very helpful to you. If you care to look at all the goings on and what happens, a couple blunders here and there, um, you know, great. It is going to be a choppy video because I never planned on making a video out of it, so I just took all my little clips after I decided I was going to do something, and I'm going to try to piece them all together. And hopefully, with my very limited editing skills, I can kind of soften it up and make it watchable.
All right, so I'm not just going to show all the awesomeness on the videos. So I was ripping this piece of 3-inch by 81-inch strip. I don't know if you can see all that little black plastic. You probably just figured out what I did, and boop, there it is. And as you can see, that's been done before, so I don't learn from my mistakes sometimes. So look at all this. Look at this. I should be ashamed of myself. So yeah, I document my mistakes too. Here's the floor, the base. This particular shed is only a 3x6. It's just for garden tools. They have it where, it just sits on 4x4s. You level it out. I got it pretty level. I mean, let's face facts. It's just a shed. It doesn't have to be exact. I put a tiny, tiny forward pitch on it, but it's pretty level. Those are the two side walls right there, leaning up against the tractor. And this is the rear wall right here. I'm getting ready to start the front wall, which, I mean, I'm a little intimidated by because it's got the door. I got to do the header and frame out the door and everything. And I know some of you guys who are carpenters out there are probably like laughing at me, but try to understand, man. I'm not a carpenter. I'm a retired phone guy / beekeeper who just started farming as well. So check this out. I'm sure everybody knows this trick but me, but I don't know. I feel like I just discovered this. Little triangles at 3.5 inches right there. I'm cutting strips to go between my studs at 3.5 by 81 inches. So we just put that in there like that. Get your edge on that and just do a little of that action right there.
Okay, so that was all the video and picture documentation I had for the shed build up to that point. I hope it was useful to somebody. I mean, if it helps, a very small handful of people, then that's great. So, again, I'm glad I found that website, and I know I'm going to be using that resource definitely in the future for other projects. I was browsing through it, and there's some pretty cool plans in there. I'm going to have to be making more structures and storage, structures for the farm. And in fact, I'm probably going to get ready to make a decent sized shed for the home too. So the 3x6, I just kind of figured that was a good starting point, a good one to practice with. And, I'm happy with it so far, and it was pretty simple to build. I will say that they weren't. I don't think they made it to be budget friendly. I think it could have been done a little cheaper. I think I spent total $850 on materials, and that wasn't even including the roofing shingles because I had access to some some metal roofing material that I got to repurpose. So I saved, probably about I don't know, $70 there because it would have required 2 bundles of roof shingles. So I mean, and the Texture 111 that was $43 a sheet. I got this other stuff that was like an outdoor paneling. It was $23 a sheet. So I saved money there as well. So yeah, not super budget friendly. It's actually pretty. I think it's more of a higher end build because they even have like all trim that you can put up, and all of that trim board is pretty expensive too. So you can save money by finding something else to trim it out in, or maybe stuff that you have laying around. So thanks for checking out the video. I hope it really helped somebody out, and I'll catch you next time.